Hi, Techa family, and welcome to my very first podcast episode. So, for today's episode, it's going to be a little bit deep, and I hope you guys are really prepared. So, yes, if you don't know me, I started off TikTok, and now I'm doing YouTube and Instagram. So, I am Neytea from the Techa family. If you don't know who we are, I'll put our TikTok somewhere in the screen so you guys can check us out if you don't know who we are. But so I officially started my own podcast. So, in honor of me spilling all the tea on my life, my trauma, and everything. By the way, if you guys hear that noise, it's the bulldog. He is up with me. But yes, this is my very first episode, and we're gonna be talking about childhood trauma. You guys, I have to get comfortable. I'm very pregnant. If you don't know who, I'm very pregnant. I'm about to pop very soon, but I'm comfortable now. So if you don't follow me on Instagram at Neytea, I'll leave it on here in the screen. A lot of you guys know that I like oversharing my life, and a lot of people have an issue with that. But I promise you, if I'm okay with it, you guys should be okay with it as well. So basically, that's how I ended up with a podcast, and you guys telling me that I should do a story time, and here I am. So we're just gonna take it all the way back from the start. And before I start this video, this does not mean I'm bashing anyone. I'm just simply telling the truth, and my story. But basically, we're gonna start off with my mother. She is a single mother. She had 3 kids. She had me, my older sister, my middle brother. But so I'm the youngest. And basically, she's always been a single mother until I don't know what age I was. She met a man by the name Francisco. And since that day, he basically became part of our lives for so long. Okay, so if you get triggered by rape, sexual assault, abuse, I suggest just kind of like leaving this podcast. I suggest not watching, but if you're okay with it, let's just go on with the video. So basically, after my mother met this man, he became our father. I'm very aware he was my stepfather, but he wanted to be this father figure for us so bad. So everything was good. Let me, before I start that really deep story, let's go back to my siblings and how we are and how our relationship is. Okay, so basically, me and my brother do not get along for shit. Me and him have this hate that will never go away. And honestly, my old mother told me this. She told me that since I was born, he hated me so much. And I didn't really believe her until I grew up to kind of like see stuff how it really is. And then I realized he had a really personal issue with me. So basically, me and my siblings do not have a wonderful, me and my siblings and my mother, we don't have a really good relationship till this day. And that's all because all of them really were fucking bullies. They were literally pieces of shits. I wasn't a saint either. I'll go on and explain how I was as well. But basically, my brother was a really weird person growing up. I realized that he wanted to be this father figure as well because none of us had a father. And he was abusive. My mother never saw it like that because I guess a lot of people see it like, oh, brother and sister fighting. No, there's a difference between a fake fighting. He will actually hit us. Like, he will hit my older sister and me, and it was to the point where I got really fed up with it. But basically, let's go with my sister. Me and her, we had like this weird relationship. She will literally like back me up sometimes whenever he would do something wrong. No, he will actually do all the stuff wrong, like all the time. It wasn't even sometimes. Basically what I'm trying to tell you guys, my family is really, 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 really toxic, you guys. Like, this is the only family I grew up with. We don't have much family. We only have family in Mexico. But when it comes to here in the USA, we have like I have like one, I think one cousin or two cousins in here, and that's it. We don't have a lot of family out here in the USA. But basically, they were really toxic. Growing up with my sister, with all of them, it was hell. Every day, I was always the one getting bullied, even though my sister will, here and then, like get some of the action, I guess you can say that. But I was mostly the one, kind of like suffering in silence. So my own mother was my first bully, you guys. I hope you guys know that if you're watching me and you hate me, you like send me like hate comments or hate messages. I really don't care. My first mother was my bully, so I like nothing can face me at this point. Um, it was hard growing up with a mother that had issues of her own. She was my first bully. She would always make me feel like I was less. Um, Growing up with her, I hated my life so much. Like I literally would pray to God and tell God, hey, please give me another family, please. I would fantasize of having another family. That's how horrible my family is. She would literally call me fat every single day of my life, call me ugly. Whenever she was on the phone with her friends, she was tell my sister she was the pretty one, and then she would call me ugly, and I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. And it just continued like that for a very very long time. She was not physically yet. She was mentally and emotionally abusive towards me, and there was just so much that I took from her until I turned to a teenager. I remember this day we got into a fight because I don't know what the fight was about, but she actually kicked me out for the first time, and I was 14, you guys, 14 years old when she kicked me out. So I left. I was like, you know what? I don't care if I have to sleep in the streets, that's fine by me. Keep in mind, I was 14, you guys. So I left. Really, I was just wandering around the streets, walking around until a cop came up to me and told me that they're looking for me because my mother told the cops that I ran away. And this is how I knew she was a narcissist, because she literally told the police station that I ran away. She didn't tell them that she kicked the 14-year-old out of her house. So that's when I knew so much was wrong with her. And since that day, our relationship got really rocky. And I don't want to make this video long, because I'm recording this on my iPhone, and I don't have a camera, you guys, not yet. But basically, after that, she kept bullying me. She kept calling me fat, blah blah blah, this and that. I had really mental issues. I had how do you say it? I forgot that word. I honestly forgot that word, you guys. I had an eating disorder, because my whole family would call me fat. This includes my sister, my brother, and my mom. So it felt like all of them were just kind of like against me, which was so weird, because like it's like that's your own family, you don't think your own family will be against you. So I had really eating disorder. I will always feel bad about myself, my weight, and this and that. And later on in the years, when I started growing up more, she kept this physical not physical this mental and emotional abuse towards me. She kept like just bugging me and doing stuff a mother shouldn't do. So after a while, she would like hit me with some stuff, and I got so tired of it, you guys. Oh, hi kitty. So I got so tired of it. I remember the first time I laid my hands on her. Yes, I did lay my hands on her. There's a difference between you like taking advantage of someone and like knowing they can't hit you back, so you keep doing it. If she would have stopped and then like way before like it got so much worse and I got fed up with her touching me and physically abusing me, I would not have put my hands on her. And I know it's a sin to put your hands on your parents, but you know what, I got tired of it. She knew I couldn't do anything. She knew I was vulnerable, but I said, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. She is not acting like a mother, so she is not my mother. So I did lay my hands on her. And I remember this day, we were in Florida actually, and keep in mind, this whole time that she was bullying me, the stepfather was involved. But after he came to everyone's life, it was a little bit weird. It took him, I don't know how old I was. I had to be 8 years old, or your brain, in order to protect itself, it forgets your memories. So all my trauma, it's just like in little pieces, because I try so hard to forget everything throughout my whole 21-year life. I do believe I was really young. So I remember this day. So when this guy, Francisco, came into our life, everything was good until this very day. My mom was still working. He was also working, I believe so. But we were in this apartment. And I'll show a picture somewhere here in the video. But this apartment, I remember this apartment. Like, every time I drive through there, I don't even want to look at it, you guys. So I remember my mom leaving in the morning, going to work, and I heard her. Everyone knew. Like, we went back to sleep because she told us she was leaving, and he called me. I don't know if he called me or he came up to me into the bed, but somehow I ended up in this living room where he and my mom was sleeping. Oh, I got the chills. I'm sorry, you guys. But I hate talking about it. He called me and he told me to lay with him. And keep in mind, I was so young. I didn't know like this was so wrong, and I wasn't supposed to do that. And I just listened because I wanted a father so bad, and I feel like he took advantage of that. But basically, I got in the bed, and then stuff just started happening. I don't want to get into detail. I remember when everything was done, I felt like, I know I was so young, but I could still feel what I was feeling. And I remember this feeling. I felt disgusted with myself. I don't know how to explain it, but like I felt really disgusted with myself. I remember we had bunkers. That's how I say the two beds. I remember I went to hide under the bed, the bunker, whatever you want to call it. But I felt really disgusted with myself. I felt like what I did was so wrong, and that's when I knew what happened was so wrong in so many levels. My siblings were sleeping. I kind of just cried myself to sleep, and I stayed down there. So for many years, this happened. He would touch me inappropriately. Stuff would happen, and until like I grew into a teenager, and I realized that the stuff he was making me do was not right at all, and I was tired of it, and I basically told my mom, and I told my school counselor what was happening. And at this point, I also told, because I was dealing with mental health at a very young age, I was seeing a psychiatrist. And basically, I told my psychiatrist, my counselor, and my mother that my stepfather has been abusing me for years, and you're able to tell your story within the 5 years that happens, or 10 years, I believe. So I remember telling the psychiatrist, and then I can never say that, DCFS. I'll put like the thing how it's like written, so you guys can know what I'm talking about. But child services were involved basically, and they they questioned my mom, and I don't know like what they told her because I wasn't in the room, but they also questioned myself. They questioned me, and I told them everything what happened. That he would basically, touch me, do stuff to me, and make me do stuff. And keep in mind, this went on for so long, you guys. Like for so long, I didn't know that what I was doing was so wrong. I remember like he would like whenever my mom wasn't around, he would make me do stuff. Like when we had to pick up, I remember like he would make me go pick up my mom from work at night, and we had to park in this place to pick her up, and he would literally like, I hate talking about it, but he would make me do stuff, and like I didn't realize throughout this whole years that he was making me do stuff I shouldn't have done to him. I didn't know it was wrong. So she didn't believe me. I do want to say that I know she knows that what he was doing to me, and I'm saying this because she's not a saint. I know she knew, like she fucking knew. She just let it happen though. And I'm saying this because there was a time where I don't know if you guys know those pickup trucks that they don't have back seats. It only has like 3 rows in the front. So he was driving the truck. I was in the middle, and at this point I was little, I was wearing shorts, mini skirts, and stuff like that, girly stuff my mom would put on me or make me put on. And she was on the right side of the passenger seat, and I was in the middle. I don't know what we stopped for, but we stopped somewhere, and I remember I had my skirt, and he took advantage every time my mom was not around, but he basically was grabbing my leg really inappropriately, and he didn't realize that my mom was actually very closer than he thought. So when she opened the door, she saw his fucking hand on my leg, and she questioned me instead of him. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, I was really young, you guys. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what he was doing was wrong. So she literally saw, and I remember this because here and then my memories do come back. It's just in little pieces. That's why I'm trying to explain this story as much as I can, like better. Basically, I'm trying to explain it a little bit good because my memory is just everywhere. So that's how I knew she knew, because she saw that he grabbed my leg. And keep in mind, after this accident, she literally never said anything. She let everything happen. She probably knew deep down what was happening. And honestly, I have heartburn, you guys, sorry. And it sucks because if that was me and that was my daughter, I would literally, like, the minute I would know right away, like, you're touching my daughter really inappropriately, you have to fucking leave. I would have done that, and she didn't do that. And that's how I know that she fucking knew. And she let it happen because he was taking care of her, so she did it all for fucking money. And I understand she was a fucking struggling single mother, but I've seen single mothers literally go through dirt. And she let me describe how my mother is. She is a gold digger, and I'm gonna put that straight out there. So growing up, my sister was born in Mexico, so she wasn't getting money from the government. Only me and my brother were, and my brother was getting money from his father. I don't know if she was getting child support from my father. I don't fucking know. But I know that me and my brother were getting money. So basically, my sister would tell me that our mother will literally have a favorite every time one of us had more money than the other. But she told me that since me and my brother only got the money, that she would literally treat my sister like shit. I remember she told me that when they were in the stores, that she would tell her that she couldn't get shit because they didn't give her money. And I was like, well, that's fucked up. And I believe her because let me tell you guys, throughout the years, whenever they didn't get I almost said my brother's name. the throughout the years, whenever I wouldn't get enough money, she literally would fucking hate me. When my brother didn't have money, she would literally now like acknowledge him. She had favorites basically. She's a fucking gold digger basically. That's what I'm trying about. She only cares about the money, and that's really it. So it makes sense why she didn't want to speak up and defend her daughter and let this disgusting fucking man do shit to her. Let me know in the comments if you saw your boyfriend touching your daughter in the leg. Would you like dust it off, or would you like do something about it? I truly want to know. But basically, after she didn't believe me, she said I was lying. She actually kicked me out of the house. She told me to leave. She said that he wasn't gonna pay for the house anymore or give her money anymore. And that's when I realized, I was like, wow. I'm like, that's fucked up. So I had to call my psychiatrist. I'm like, hey, look, I didn't lie to her. I told her the truth. I'm like, hey, look, my mom is gonna kick me out if I don't close the case. So I'm like, please, please, please leave me alone. Don't come back. Don't call back, you know? So she never did, and I stay there. I personally, it sucks. I like, if you like, literally, if you hate me, if you're watching this and you use this against me, it's not gonna hurt me. It hurts just towards my mother, I guess you can say that. Like, if she was the one like rubbing it in my face, then it would like hurt. But basically, I had to tell her to leave me alone. They never call back. I never did speak, you know, spoke about anything. So I had to live with this fucking disgusting man for like what, 19 fucking years. Well, obviously he wasn't there when I was born, so I guess 18 years. I don't know. I think we met when I was 6 or 5, something like that. But for so many years, you guys, I had to live in the same fucking roof on like where my rapist was at. Literally, I had to I at this point, this is where I started kind of like being rebellious, going out, trying to do my stuff. So yes, I was a troubled child, but I feel like because of all my trauma and me trying to escape this toxic household where my rapist was still living at, I wanted to be out and about all the time. So I would go to parties, I would just go with friends. Yes, I did a lot of drugs, you guys. And I do regret it because it still wouldn't help me. I wanted to forget about it so bad, and for so long I did so many drugs, but not like the hardcore drugs. I did Xanax, I did this, and then I smoked a lot and I drank, and it was to the point where I just wanted my brain to kind of like basically tell it like, hey, like, forget about everything. So that's how I kind of managed living with my rapist for so fucking long, because my own mother preferred money over her daughter. And yes, she hated how I was. She hated that I was acting out. She blamed me and didn't see why I was acting like that. Yeah, I didn't tell her either. I wasn't gonna be like, I'm acting like this because you don't believe me that he raped me and touched me all the time and you preferred him. I didn't tell her how I felt. But just imagine your mom forcing you to live with your rapist in the same fucking rooftop. I feel disgusted with myself every fucking day. I can admit that this traumatic thing in my childhood did affect a lot in my life. I was going out, trying to party all the time, trying to do drugs, this and that. I was actually very sexually active, and I realized that that's one of the perks of when being, you know, I know you guys are probably like, oh, you're so dirty, like this and that. But, like, I was still trying, being safe and everything, but I was just extremely sexually active, and that's one of the things I regret in life. It was part of my trauma, and I didn't realize it till like I started growing into an adult. But after she didn't believe me, and I had to live with him. It was definitely hard. I felt like I hated her. I basically, growing up, I fucking hated her. Like, me and her will literally talk shit every single day of our lives. It was never peaceful between me and her, and I feel like because I carried this fucking anger towards her all like around me all the time. Like, I literally wished death upon her before, and now I don't feel nothing towards her. And at the same time, I was literally dealing with my own family, like my siblings and my mom being my own freaking bullies. My sister will always call me fat. She will always bring up the fact that I had so much acne, and just like stuff to bring me down. And my mom was the same way. She would call me fat all the fucking time, you guys. And keep in mind, this raggedy ass bitch was not skinny. I'm sorry. I'm bashing my mom. If you look like this, I am so sorry, you guys. But she's one of those where she thinks her titties are like the most important thing because she has titties. That's her personality basically. She literally was fat as fuck, and she's still fat as fuck. And I'm so sorry. I know I sound mean, but it's the truth. And her legs are about skinny as fuck. She has no type of ass. That shit is like shunked in inside, and it like to like right now it made me realize that she was just a hating ass bitch. Like, I feel like, because I'm a thick person, let me tell you, I have a beautiful fucking body. Even after my pregnancies, I have a beautiful fucking body. I have a beautiful fat ass, and I feel like she was like one of those moms that feel so insecure and jealous about their daughters. And I'm not the best looking person, but I feel like she had some, because she didn't look like that how I looked, you know. So it made me realize what type of person she really was. She just I shouldn't say this, but like, God should not give kids to some people, and that includes my mother, you guys. Um, but basically, my brother was also, he would literally call me fat all the time, Fiona. And keep in mind, I have this fake account who always calls me Fiona, so I realized it might be him. So he will literally call me Shrek, Fiona, fat, this and that. Like, every single one of them literally bullied me throughout my whole life, you guys. And I never understood why, but I know now that they're just insecure ass bitches. Like, they literally hated themselves so much. And I'm literally considered the black sheep of the family. And I realized that being the black sheep of the family is the best fucking thing ever, because you literally open your third eye and realize how family ain't shit. It does. Just because we're family does not mean I'm gonna keep you around and make me feel the way you feel just because you're family. No, here in 2022 we cut off anybody. For so long I've dealt with being bullied, this and that, and so because I had my own family and then me living in the same rooftop as my rapist. I did deal with a lot of mental issues. I was always hospitalized for being suicidal. I used to harm myself a lot. Yes, I was in and out of the psychiatrist ward. That's how you say it, the cuckoo place, I guess. And I was there only because I was very suicidal, and I was self harming, and I basically I feel more safe at the hospital than I did in my own house, because every single fucking day of my life I had to like watch out my back because I felt like he was gonna try to grab me and this and that. Like, I never felt safe. I felt disgusted with myself literally every single day of my life, looking at him in the fucking eyes and him pretending like he didn't do fucking shit to me. It made me fucking sick to my stomach. So when I had these issues, my mom, she acted like she was supportive, oh, don't cut, don't get depressed. Keep in mind, she was, at the same time, she was acting fake as fuck with my psychiatrist. She would go back home and tell me to kill myself. She told me, like, oh, just fucking do it, kill yourself. And I remember one time when we were living at this small condo where I used to work out a lot. I was still dealing with suicide, being suicidal, and she told me, fucking kill yourself already. And that was my point. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So yeah, my life has been fucking shitty, and it's okay because I feel like it made me the person I am now. um and that's when I realized, I do want to say though, like, I wasn't a saint either. Like, I did call Disifias on my brother because, like I said, he's a weird person, and I noticed that he was a weird person when he started hitting us. He brought out knives when my sister was making out downstairs with her ex-boyfriend. He literally brought out knives and showed it to the guy. I realized that he had something, like, there was something missing in his brain. Basically, he was a weird fuck. So I think my mother told me that when he went to Mexico, that he put cats in the fucking washing machine. Let me tell you, my mom is a fucking chismosa. Everything she has told me is saved in my brain. So let me tell you, if he's seen this video, talk to your mother, boo, because she told me this and she told everybody. But basically, I'm sorry, you guys. I saw somebody, but and I realized it was true because when we had cats, you tell me, guys, if this is normal, but he will crack the cat's necks, and it will actually crack. So I let me know below you if that's normal and if you do that, or if that's fucking weird and maybe I was overreacting. But I did tell my the school counselor, and the school counselor did get involved, and this Fias did get involved. So he fucking hated me even more because I exposed him, and I feel like, honestly, he's a weird fucking fuck. Like, he's always been a weird fuck, and that's that. Like, he has issues he needs to resolve. Honestly, I didn't do it in a bad way. I literally thought I was doing something right. I feel bad for the animals. Even my mom would look like she fucking lied to the cops when they came to question him, and this is how I know she's a fucking disgusting person. So she lied about it, even though she would literally tell him to stop doing that. I personally don't know what the fuck is up with this whole my whole family, but um he always hated me. He always did stuff to me. He would hit me. Yes, he was abusive towards me. And no, it wasn't the brotherly, sisterly fight. No, he will fucking hit me. Like, I was being abused by my own brother and being hit. So I got tired of it. So I told I told him that he will fucking hit me all the time, and he got more mad. So child services were involved a lot, and keep in mind, they did not fucking do one fucking single shit. Like, I understand the first time when I told them to leave me alone because I didn't have nowhere to land. I understand that maybe she saw my perspective, and she knew she couldn't do anything to me and put me in a home, which I wanted so bad. And I know it's so bad for me to say this because a lot of people get raped and abused in other homes, but I just wanted to escape my own family, like, so bad. I didn't care if I went to another home. That's how bad it was, you guys. So yes, child services were involved a lot during my life. They didn't do anything about it, and it sucks because they took children who are in really good homes away, but when it's people like me in my situation, they don't do shit for them. Okay, so like, really, my relationship with my sister it was bumpy. She would bully me, but at the same time, I guess she would feel bad for me because whenever she saw that my brother would hit me and basically just mentally, physically, emotionally abuse me, she would feel bad. But at the same time, she was also my fucking bully. I remember the one time when we were I believe it was Baby R Us, and it was an old store. I think they shut it down already. I remember she was with her now husband. She literally tried to embarrass me in front of the cashier and her boyfriend. Um, but calling me like trying to bring me down because I have acne. I had really bad acne before, like all over my cheeks and the nose. You guys already know that it could. Someone said it could be cancer, but I have skin bumps in my nose, and I don't know what it is. But she will always make fun of it and try to bring me down and call me ugly and fat. So yes, all of my family were fucking bullies. So that's why I don't get affected by hate comments. Like, it does not faze me. I've been through some worse in my life. So I remember living with my mom was horrible because she would. I understand her. She I wasn't the most perfect daughter ever. I feel like I have so much hate towards all of them that I will just be a fucking bitch to everyone. And I don't regret it because they deserve more than what I gave them, my actions, my behavior. I was not a saint, you guys. I did act out. I did call them words. I did fight back. I defended myself. And I was as horrible as they were. So when we were living at this small condo where the rapist was still living at. Keep in mind, I had to live with him till 2019, you guys. Every day I had to literally act like it didn't happen. And I finally convinced I remember that I convinced my brain that it didn't happen. And for many years, I just went on with life. But my mom would basically, she knew I didn't work, and it was hard for me to keep a job. I'm gonna admit that, for personal issues, but she knew since I didn't bring in money, and basically I was taking her money because I'm gonna keep it real, you guys. I fucking used her. I hated her so much for what she put me through, and she didn't stop. So I will use her for her money. And yes, she would take me on vacations, and I feel no regrets at all. Because I know I'm all over the place, but keep in mind, you guys, my brain has been through so much traumatic stuff that it only remembers some parts. So I'm trying to explain it really well. But she would work in factories, and I remember she had an accident and she earned a lot of fucking money. I think right now she's left with nothing. But she will take us on vacations, and those vacations were the worst because we will always fight. And look at my cat. Shh. And it was literally the worst. But I every day we fight. Like, no matter if she took us out to eat or on vacation, yes, I fucking used her. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I'm gonna admit to it, and she know I admitted to her, and I admitted to my sister, which she actually told. She's a fucking snitch. She told my mom too. I don't really give a fuck. I don't, honestly. Keep in mind, you guys, that she thinks I owe her my life. She thinks because she gave birth to me that I have to pay her from the day I was born till like I was like, I believe 18. And when I was 18, I was already a grown person. I should get my shit together, and I didn't because I was dependent on her and I was using her, and I'm admitting it. But she thinks that I should pay her what my father didn't pay her, and she wants me to pay her since the day I was born, and she had to take care of me. I was like, girl, like, that's your problem. Nobody told you to open your legs. Nobody told her. So she's that type of mom. She thinks that because she had us and that she took care of us, that we have to give every single penny back to her. So basically living with her was the worst because she would literally hide her food from me. I remember I would try to grab milk. She would take it to her room just so I don't fucking drink her milk. Or she would take some of her like food to her room. And keep in mind, yes, I could have had my own job, and I did. It was on and off type of job. hold on, you guys. It was like an on and off type of job, like to personal issues. So I couldn't provide my own self with food, you know, like I had to depend on her. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, but basically she will hide her food and she will call me fat. I got fed up with it. So in 2019, I decided to. That's when we went to. I think it was around March or February. We went to Florida again, and I told her, "Look, I'm gonna stay out there. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm just gonna stay out there." So, um, I basically moved out there to Florida, and I was so desperately trying to leave the house where my rapist was at, and this toxic household. Keep in mind, yes, I'm gonna admit this right now. She was paying for my rent, and she was paying for everything over there in Florida. And I remember, I regret it because to this day she wants me to pay her back, and I'm not gonna fucking pay her back. I don't give a fuck. She can shove my up her ass. But I do admit though, like I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad for using her for her money. I'm sorry if that comes out bad. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so basically this is okay, so a lot of you guys been asking me what happened in the Florida trip. So after so much that I've been through, I decided to give my mother another chance. So I've given this woman so many chances, you guys, and that was the last straw. But we did go to Florida. Basically, after my whole sister-in-law situation where she hit me, I decided to, take a mini vacation. It was a perfect timing because I got a payment from Castify. So I was like, yes, hunty, this is the sign for me to go and take that vacation. So I took that fucking vacation. And she was helping me, kind of through this whole situation. And basically, after we left and everything, it was okay. Like, the trip on the way there was not bad at all. Like, we didn't fight or anything. Like, we had disagreements, but it wasn't bad till we got to the hotel, you guys. That's when she started being such a fucking bitch. Like, I don't know where, like, she would bring up the fact that I owe her from, like, her, helping me out in the past, which I will never fucking pay her back. I hope she doesn't expect me to pay her back anytime soon. But it irritated my soul because she always does that. She brings stuff, she rubs it in our face. Everything she has done for us, she has rubbed it in our face. She is not a mother. She's literally the most horrible mother in this fucking world, you guys. So she was talking her shit. She would literally, like, I try to ignore her so I can enjoy my vacation there, but she made it so fucking difficult to do that. So we were fighting all the time, and sometimes we wouldn't fight. And at this point, I was being a fucking bitch to her because I don't, anything you do to me or say towards me, I do not fucking forget. She will wake up one day she will literally call me so many names and tell me to pay her this and that she was gonna call the cops, blah blah blah, and then next day she will act like nothing fucking happened. I'm like, no, I let her know when she woke up. I don't give a fuck. I do not forget what the fuck you told me. I still need you to leave, because I told her that I wanted her to leave. She messaged my brother or my sister, I don't know who the fuck it was, to book her a flight. And I'm like, you have all that fucking money used to stand in my face, buy yourself a fucking ticket and get the fuck out. She did never left, you guys. I was waiting for this woman to leave, and so I can enjoy my vacation alone. I even though I was scared to travel alone, I was like, fuck it, I don't need this fucking toxic ass shit. Like, this is not like what I imagine my future to be, like, she can, like, I changed, but she would never change ever. So she never left. She will book her flight or whatever, and every morning it was the same shit. We were always fighting, and I got fed up with it. Her talking shit and calling names, and it's just a lot of toxic shit. So after we left, the way back over there, we were literally, she was talking so much shit. She was saying, oh, what, that's why I've gone through shit in life. Keep in mind, my own mother would tell me she can't wait for me to live in the streets and be homeless. She would literally degrade my life, and I feel like God heard everything, and he did fucking hear everything, and now I'm fucking thriving in life. So jokes on her. And I know I've been through bumps in here and then, but that's fucking life, you guys. Because I'm literally achieving so much in life, and this is so random, but like I totally forgot to tell you guys. My sister used to make fun of me because I used to post like a content creator and post a lot. She literally will make her side comments. Something about me posting like a wannabe content creator, and I sensed the weird energy. I knew right away this bitch was like a weird bitch right away after she said that. Because now I am a full content creator. I get paid to make content. So I just feel like I've accomplished so much in life, and I'm gonna keep accomplishing so much because this podcast is my first project, and we have another project coming out very soon. But basically, that's let's not get off topic. But basically, that's what happened in the Florida trip. She was just being such a fucking bitch, calling me names, just being toxic. And on the way back to Chicago, it was the most horrible. Like, she was stressing me the fuck out, and I was pregnant, you guys. When I dropped her off at her house, I did not speak to her. I did not want to say shit. I put her bags literally outside her house, and I didn't say shit. She was looking at me with her stupid ass face, and since then I haven't talked to her, and I blocked her. And that was the last time, because trust me, my heart is cold. Like, I literally don't give a fuck about giving anybody any more chances, her or anything about her, honestly. Like, when it comes to my family, I really don't give a fuck. Like, if they were all to die, I wouldn't care. I know it sounds harsh, but like, it's just me being honest. But yes, she's never allowed to see my kids ever in her fucking life, ever. Okay, so I do want to share another memory I had. So like I've been telling you guys on my Instagram story, my whole family is saying I'm lying, that my ex stepfather, what he did to me. So there was a scenario where my mom, actually, we all went to Mexico one time, but since she didn't have the paper she needed to come back, basically what happened, we came back to the USA. So it was just me, my brother, and my ex stepfather, and she stayed back out there in Mexico. So when we came back to the USA, this around this time, I don't know why we didn't have a place to stay. I remember we were hopping from house to house, and at this point, he had gone and signed up to get a homing. So we were basically we went to go live with this white family. I'm gonna call them that because I don't remember their names, but I do remember living with them was actually fucking hell as well. So after a while, we got accepted to live in their basement because we were living at their basement while we had to wait for our mom to come back from Mexico. Around this time, it was the worst because she was not around, and he did everything he wanted to do. So living with these people were really different because I remember the mom was actually really mean to me. She would literally like put in her nails inside me. She would literally treat me like shit. I'm not sure why people try to help other people, by bringing them in their homes when they need homes, and then they treat them like shit. I will never forget this lady. Like, she was such a fucking bitch, and I will always remember her. I don't remember her name, but I will always remember her. But basically, when we were living at this woman's place, we were in the basement, and like I said, it was just me, my brother, and my ex stepfather. And around this time, we were sleeping. I remember this day, you guys. Like, everything in my brain comes and goes, but it's always the most traumatic memories that comes and goes. stuff I don't want to remember. But basically, this night, we will sleep in a waterbed. So I remember I accidentally popped the bed, and he got really mad. My ex stepfather got really mad. So I remember he literally grabbed a fucking pencil and stabbed my hand. And I remember because the little, the black thingy where you have to sharpen it again, it was like it was inside my hand, my palm, I guess you can say. um and later that night, we I don't know, I think he put tape. I don't know how he fixed the bed, but we slept in the bed because that was, I mean, it was our only choice we had to sleep on. We didn't have anywhere else to sleep on. So I remember my brother was on the left side, I was in the middle, and my stepfather was on the right side. So I remember it was not even 5 minutes until if after we got into the bed. So I know my brother had to be up. Like it just everything does not make sense. Man, doesn't make sense, the timing and everything. So he didn't even wait a whole hour to like touch me. So that night it was, I get the chills. Like I feel disgusted with myself every time I talk about this or him, what he did to me. He decided to touch me knowing my brother was next to me. The audacity this disgusting fucking man had. Like and I'm bringing this up because my all my family is saying that it's not true, but like I know for a fact my brother was not sleeping, you guys. It wasn't even like 15 minutes, 20 minutes into when I popped the water and we decided to go to sleep. Like everything was already so fast. He did everything fast. He didn't care if my brother was up or not, or if he was next to me. Um, so I told my mom about this situation. My brother literally lied, and I realized that he hates me so much that he rather paint me as a crazy person than actually tell the truth. And it's fine because honestly, God knows everything. And I know a lot of people mock me saying, oh yeah, God knows everything. Like you can't mock, like it's a sin to mock people like that, because it's true. God knows everything. He watches everything we do, you guys. So I know for a fact, like God knows the whole truth. And it's disgusting to know that your whole family um allowed this type of behavior from a disgusting man. And keep in mind, this my ex stepfather was abusive towards my mother and us. He used to hit us all the fucking time, and she allowed it. And I understand how it is because I myself was in an abusive relationship, and they threaten you sometimes to not leave them. And I'm not sure what was going behind doors, but I know we will always hear them fighting. He would choke her, and then he started hitting us, and to the point where I don't know how she told him how old I was or how old we were all, but um she basically ended up telling him, if you touch us, I'm gonna call the police. And I guess he stopped doing that, but he did not stop touching me. um and I understand, actually I do not understand, like I don't understand why she still stayed with him after knowing everything he has done to us. And I feel like I told you guys, she's a fucking gold digger. Like when it comes to money, it does it, like that's all she wants. So because he was paying for everything, um she basically didn't want to let him go. So we had to suffer for so long because this our own mother was being selfish. And I understand she's a single mother, whatever, you guys. Like a lot of single mothers out here like make it work, they don't have to depend on a man. But I feel like all my life I've hated her so much. Like I wish I can share every fucking memory with you guys, but we would be here sitting like what, literally a whole day talking about my whole trauma. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my childhood trauma and why I don't talk to my family, why I would never talk to them ever again. It's just I feel like I have not forgiven him. I I thought I forgave her, but I feel like if I fucking hate her still, like I think I have not forgiven her. And I don't think I want to forgive her. Like she was such a horrible mother. She allowed so much to happen towards me and then just us in general. I really hope you guys kind of enjoyed the backstory of where I came from and my childhood, even though it was not the happiest. It made me the person I am now, you know, because now I'm thriving in life, and um, I'm just very thankful that I met the right person, and now I have my beautiful family and I'm living my best happy life, you guys. This is my happy ending, and a lot of people hate that I say that, but this is my happy ending, and it was fate meeting my man. Let me tell you that. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna cut off the story here because it's been way too long. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. I'm so excited to start this journey with you guys. You guys been helping me with the name and everything, so I really appreciate the support. So I will see you guys in the next episode. The second episode will be me talking about my family in law situation, you guys. So buckle up, bitches. I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys. Bye.